Okay, seriously, like, do I have bags under my eyes?
Alright. So we'll start?
Okay.
Yeah.
Art sort of inspires people, gives them different feelings, it shows them new perspective. Art, like music and movies and comic books, writing, poem, they sort of lead the youth. So in a way, they pave the way for the future. It's literal and metaphorical because with sci-fi and stuff, you see all these technology coming out that are based on stuff they read when they were children. People coming up with these ideas because they thought they read a book once and they thought this is a cool idea and I'd like to have it one day, and they tried building on that. Every generation has been exposed to a different kind of media, and they've grown up differently. Their thoughts are different. The way the things they think are important are different. And well, these days people don't really care much about what they're putting out, especially since the internet, and it's become really easy to get an audience. So mostly they just do whatever they want, and sometimes it's really creepy stuff. But they don't care, and they just put it out, and they think it doesn't affect anyone, but it does. So I don't know. People should be more wary about that. So the kind of art I want to make is stuff that inspires people to go out and have fun and go on adventures, discover new stuff, pay attention to the smaller things in life. I started drawing at the age of 13 when I saw Pokemon and I fell in love with it. And after that, I kind of got obsessed with anime and manga. I drew a lot, especially during class. So that was mostly about me drawing from 8 a.m. to 2:30, non-stop, under the desk. And the teachers apparently all knew about it, but never told me to stop. And this was in Christking. And that was really nice. I think that was one of the major reasons why I improved so fast. And after I left high school, I met one of the sisters. She was the headmistress, and she was talking to me, and she said, "Oh yes, you're that girl who used to draw under the desk all the time." Apparently they used to talk about it during the teacher meetings, but they never said anything. That was really nice. And then I went on to study in other schools, and all the teachers were like, "Stop drawing." It was really disappointing. And then going to college, and all the teachers are saying, "Keep drawing." So that was amazing, which is kind of weird because when they told me to keep drawing, I didn't want to keep drawing. It's too much homework. I haven't had any formal training as an artist. I'm self-taught, and they taught us some basic stuff in college, but it was mostly concentrating on animation rather than drawing. Mostly my art is me living vicariously through my characters, so it's mostly adventure and fantasy, stuff I want to really live. I think my favorite thing was Leo Tolstoy. Tolstoy, I read this one chapter in my books, and it said that he didn't know what he was doing as when he was a young man, but wherever he went, whatever he did, he didn't just throw it away. He kept it, and later on, he put it in all his books, and that's why all his books are so real. So I like that. So I like traveling and meeting new people, experiencing new things, so I can make my stories more connectable. The Carnaby Black comic for Naj was the first thing I did. It was the first official comic that I made. And right now I'm doing chapter 2, but I'm uploading the pages online. But the thing is, like, a single chapter is about 80 to 90 pages, so it's taking a while. Yeah. I've had, people offer me some freelance jobs. So I did a comic for a studio called Nihodo, and they were doing this Japanese-Indian collab. So they were looking for artists from India and Japan, and assigning writers to us, and we were working on similar stories. So there was that job. I'm working on MMORPG comic right now with a friend who's in Canada. We're online friends. He's the writer, and I'm doing the pages. So there's that, and that's up on Tapastic too. It's called server legacy. I started earning through freelancing when I was a student. So that was like a serious amount of pocket money coming in. That was fun. And the jobs, it's kind of easy because unlike other fields with animation and art, they don't look at your degree or your marks. They see the work you have. And with art, it's like as long as your art is good, you don't even need a degree in, fine arts or animation. You can just show them your portfolio, and if they like it, they'll just hire you. It's easier than people think, because India it has a lot of studios that need artists, but there aren't enough artists because, our society's bent on the technical side. So I actually get a lot of job offers that I can't take because I have too much work already. I've made a lot of friends and a lot of connections. So most of them, my friends, they're really kind, and they show people my stuff, and that's how I've gotten most of my jobs so far. Oh, they're very supportive, especially my dad. And when I was younger, I used to sit at the computer the whole day editing really bad anime images that I downloaded off the internet. And he said, "You know what, we should send you into this field." So I was like, "You know what, that's a good idea." And when I was doing my 11th, I talked to him, and he wanted me to, I don't know, do whatever I wanted, but I think he wanted me to go learn engineering or something. So I told him that I want to try animation, and he was like, well, I'm worried about it, but if you're happy with that, then you can go ahead and try it. That was really nice. The impossible dream. I want to go work in Disney or Nickelodeon studios, but it's really far away. Right now I'm content with where I am, but I'm gonna try working harder, get into studios, do some animation here and there, and since I'm lazy, one day I want to be directing instead of drawing pages after pages. Yes. I wish I had crazy fans, but I'm not there yet. I have to work harder for shit like that. If I'm working alone on a project,
Gonna be black.
Yeah, it usually takes a while for the idea to fully form. Like this particular story, I think I thought of it when I was in 9th grade, and it's just been stewing in my head. And I, every once in a while, I'll be talking to myself because I do that a lot, and I'll come up with this new scene that I like. So I'll just throw whatever I'm doing and I'll start writing it down. I have tons of notebooks with little notes about scenes everywhere. So I have this block of notebooks, but there's maybe 5 pages in each notebook that I can actually use. So I have a lot of trash. And then I'll collect those stuff and I'll put it in a certain chapter. And then I'll start writing the proper chapter. If you don't do that, the thing I've noticed is that if you don't collect your ideas and put them in later, then when you're writing the chapter, it's going to be very bland. It lacks inspiration of some sort. I especially like Greg Capullo's work. His art is amazing, and I've reread The Court of Owls, that particular one, so many times. And Mike Mignola, yes. I just download all his art and I put it up everywhere, and I'm like, I can't draw today. Mike Mignola, yes, I can. To me personally, Nagaland is like the art hub of India. Because, the rest of India, they're not as open about art, but over here, we grow up singing and dancing in church, and we have all these little art competitions, so it's much more open. So I think things are going well for artists. And if you look at websites like Indie Hut, you have all these great artists, and most of them are from Nagaland. So I'm really proud of that. It's very impressive, and most of them are so young. Kind of jealous, but very impressed. Well, if they're worried about what kind of choices to make in life, like what sort of career to go for, it's less about making the right choice and more about making a decision. It's like, it doesn't matter if it's, the best choice for you in your life. It's about making a decision and sticking to it. I'm pretty sure that, my career won't go as smoothly as I hope. And when I was younger, I used to imagine that I'd be too poor, that I'd be living in this one tiny apartment with a mattress, and that'd be my furniture. I'd be eating noodles, and I'd be starving. But I was like, that's okay. So, it's more about making a decision and taking it as it comes. My name is Thej Yhome. Most people call me Thej Yhome because that's how I'm known online. I am 23 years old and I'm from Kohima, Nagaland. I make digital art and comic books and manga, and sometimes I write for my own comics, of course.
So that was Thej Yhome. Check her work out on Facebook at Thej Scrapbook, on Instagram at carnival_doodles, that's carnival with a K. And also check out her comic books, which are amazing, and they are up on Tapastic. I will leave links to all her works in the description below, so you guys should definitely go check them out. And if you like them, which I'm sure you will, then go and show her your support. She is really talented, does really amazing work, and is a unique voice. So Thej, thank you so much for doing this with us. We're going to be rooting for you from now on, and yes, go forth and prosper, my friend. So this was the first edition of a series of interviews or conversations that we're going to be having with different people who, do different things which are interesting, which are creative. So if you guys know anyone, if you guys would want anyone that you know to be featured on our channel in this series, then let us know in the comments below here on YouTube or on Facebook, or send us a message on Facebook and we will definitely get in touch with you. As always, thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more content, perhaps leave a like or perhaps consider subscribing to our channel. It's free, it takes only a second, and it helps us out a lot. So yeah, until next time, I will see ya.